ما لي على حملها صبر ولا جلد، وقد بسطت يدي بالذل مفتقرا إليك يا خير من مدت إليه يده، فلا تردنها يا رب، فلا تردنها يا رب، يا رب خائبة، فبحر جودك يروي كل من يرد.
سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. فاعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله، 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 لا إله إلا الله 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 قد أتانا في الأخبار عن النبي المختار أن أفضل الأذكار لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله بها يثبت الإيمان بها يحصل الأمان كرر أيها الإنسان لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله تكرارها ما أحلاه ما أبهاه ما أعلاه تدني العبد من مولاه لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله جمعت معنى التوحيد وذلت بلا مزيد كرر أيها المريد لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله هي حصنك الحصين هي درعك المتين ذكر رب العالمين لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله بها الفوز والنجاة فيها كل البركات تنجي من كل الآفات لا إله الله فيها للسقم دواء فيها للضعف قوة هي كلمة تقوى لا إله إلا الله. Everyone.
ذكر ربك الغفور لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
هي النعمة العظمى هي المقام الأسمى ليس تبغي آلاما لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله هي شفاء العلل هي إصلاح الخلل فاذكر لا تخشى الملل لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لازموها يا إخوان نوروا بها الجنان إنا مفتاح جنان لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لازموها بالأسحار والعشي والإبكار تستمد من أنوار لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله نوروا بها القلوب محرسوا بها الذنوب إلا أعظم المطلوب لا إله إلا الله يقارنها الإقرار برسالة المختار من حمانا بالأنوار لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله خير الخلق عند الله صاحب العز والجاه ختام رسل الإله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله it has come in narration from the best of creation the best of invocation is la ilaha illa Allah la ilaha illa Allah la ilaha illa Allah by it faith becomes complete by it you become complete mankind be sure to repeat la ilaha illa Allah everyone la ilaha illa Allah la ilaha illa Allah it's the polish of your soul la ilaha illa Allah la ilaha illa Allah لا إله إلا الله 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 إله إلا الله لا 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 إله إلا الله إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله إله إلا الله لا 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 إله إلا الله سيدنا محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولله ملك السماوات والأرض والله على كل شيء قدير إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار ربنا إنك من تدخل النار فقد أخزيته وما للظالمين من أنصار ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا على رسلك ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد صدق الله العظيم الفاتحة
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم افتح علينا فتوح العارفين ووفقنا توفيق الصالحين وانفعنا اللهم بالقرآن والذكر الحكيم اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما يقربنا منك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. I'd like to begin by extending Sayyidina Sheikh Muhammad al-Yaqubi hafidhahullah ta'ala wa nafa'ana Allah bih, his salam and love and dua to every one of you. And as you know, we had a very beautiful enlightening retreat over this last weekend. and I want to share some experiences from it. We are in the blessed month of Muharram, and we have the great martyrdom of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. If Sidi Saud can cure hearts, dedicate next Friday to the Muharram event, is that possible? Inshallah. So next week, Friday, we dedicate it, inshallah ta'ala, to the martyrdom and sacrifice of Imam Hussein radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Some beautiful poetry was sang today in his praise, and if we have other munshids or people who could sing kalam in praise of the Ahl al-Bayt and in praise of Imam Hussein, then welcome them inshallah and have them, and if you have kalam yourself, then sing that inshallah for next Friday. Allow people to know and understand the great rank of our Imam. So last week, or rather this weekend gone, we had a retreat in the company of our beloved Sheikh Muhammad al-Ya'qubi, hafidhahullah ta'ala, at the resting place of Mawla Abdul Salam ibn Mashish, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu wa quddisa sirruh. Can I have a show of hands of how many people have actually been to the maqam, the resting place of Mawla Abdul Salam? Raise your hand if you've actually been there. Okay, mashallah, a good number of you. And one of the most amazing things about Mawla Abdul Salam's maqam is as novices, beginners, when you graves, those places are not merely soil. These are gardens from the gardens of heaven, Allah willing. The veils have been lifted from the awliya. So they are in the most loftiest of states. And Ibn Ata'illah radiyallahu ta'ala an mentions that if you are in a pitiful state, visit the maqam, the shrines of the Salihin. Through the barakah of the Salihin, Allah will rectify your affairs. But as novices, sometimes or most often, we get veiled between us, or we place veils between ourselves and the great Imams by the surroundings in which the shrine or the resting place rests. So if you go to a lot of the great Salihin and their graves and their shrines or their resting places, they are surrounded by shops and surrounded by normal mundane walk of life and people coming and going, and people get occupied with what's around it and find it difficult sometimes to attach themselves to the great Imam. This is something so unique about Mawla Abdul Salam. His resting place is free from the dunya. It's at the top of a mountain. And in the last years of his life, the last 15, 20 years of the life of Mawla Abdul Salam ibn Mashish, he moved over to this mountain and he remained in seclusion. His home was there, his masjid is there, his resting place now is there. And even till today, you walk up this mountain and each step you feel this proximity to this great Imam. And when you get to the top, it's just epic. The surroundings, the feeling that you have, you're not veiled by the dunya because there's no dunya there. And just sitting, contemplating on that mountain, looking at what the Imam would have looked upon, what he would have gazed upon. And then knowing that this is what, an hour and a half from the nearest city, Tatawan, where we were staying, out in the bewilderment, this one man of Allah went and invoked Allah, and now the world, people from all over the world come to visit him. We had brothers from Australia come over, knew nothing about anything, just flew over. They were attracted to this retreat, introduced themselves, and someone from the furthest ends of the world is coming to this one peak. And when you look and stand at that peak, one of our brothers mentioned this to me in such a beautiful realization. And he said, that you look at other peaks, but nobody goes to those peaks. Everybody comes to this one peak. And it's because here someone sat to remember Allah sincerely for Allah. Mawla Abdul Salam, as you know, is from the Al-Bayt. And his main student and the only known murid and disciple is our Imam, the Imam of the Shadhili way, Imam Abu al-Hasan al-Shadhili, radiyallahu ta'ala an. And we know the story very well. Imam Abu al-Hasan al-Shadhili went to the east. He came to Iraq. He was looking for the Qutb, and one of the great Imams told him that you left the Qutb back in your own hometown. So he returns back to Jabal Alam, to this mount, to find Mawla Abdul Salam ibn Mashish. And then we know very well the story of him going up the mountain to the top and being told to go down to renew your wudu. And this happened twice until the third time. On the second time, he realized that the wudu he has to make is the wudu of the inner. And then when he walks up, he finds Mawla Abdul Salam meeting him halfway and addressing him by his name with his lineage all the way to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That well also, alhamdulillah, we visited, and some of us actually walked to the well and had a very hard walk back up. But you could only imagine what it would have been for the Imam making wudu at the bottom of the well, at the mountain, and then making his way up to the top. Such difficult paths and difficult surroundings, but yet these people persevered to achieve the most highest and loftiest of stations. But what was extremely special, and really what made it special, was going to Mawla Abdul Salam in the company of Sheikh Muhammad. I think everybody who was there, I've visited that place, alhamdulillah, it's my fourth time. Some people I know have visited it 6 times. Everyone who went and who's been before went for the very first time. It was the company of Sayyiduna Shaykh that brought out the barakah of that place to our eyes. It's there, but we sometimes are unable to connect, and we veil ourselves. And just the adab that was taught at the very beginning of how you go and give salam to a great man of Allah, a resting person, and then walking up that mountain, making dhikr of Allah to the very top, and then the addressment to the Mawla Abdul Salam and the dua that was made is absolutely amazing, absolutely just phenomenal. And one of the most beautiful things we learned there was the shurafa, the members of the Al-Bayt from the family of Mawla Abdul Salam, who take care of the maqam and who take care of the guests. And one of them took out an umbrella and he placed it on top of Sayyiduna Shaykh to protect him from heat and protect him from the clouds, the rain that was about to fall. And Sayyidina Shaykh insisted to remove this umbrella, and after a while, they accepted his insistment and they removed the umbrella. And later, Sayyidina Shaykh spoke about it, and he said, when they put the umbrella on, he said, so many meanings and feelings came to my heart that forced me to remove this umbrella. And from them was that how can I have an umbrella whilst I'm in front of the Imam? You should come in humility before the Imam. And how can I have an umbrella when all my brothers don't have an umbrella? And then the maqam, the mazar of Mawla Abdul Salam has no ceiling. His masjid, known as Masjid Malaika, has no ceiling. So Sayyidina Shaykh said that his way, Mawla Abdul Salam's way, was to be feeling less between him and the heavens, to be no barrier. So does it befit me to come with a barrier between me and the heavens when you've come to the Imam? So many beautiful experiences were found. So we went down the mount. When we were on the mount at the top, it was blazing heat, real heat. And then when we came to the bottom of the mountain, pure mercy and rain came down, and it just waterlogged our marquee. And then by the next evening, such winds came that you thought the marquee is going to be blown away. So we had beautiful weather, all types of weather. So on the first day, we went back up to the mountain, although we had planned to be at the bottom. And Sayyidina Shaykh interpreted this to be that Mawla Abdul Salam wants us to be close to him. So we sat in the masjid of Mawla Abdul Salam, and there were about 300 of us. And whilst Sayyidina Shaykh was teaching, this Majzuba lady walked in. Pure, she just, it was amazing just seeing her invoke Allah completely. She was just she was calling out to people saying, yo, munafiqun, you don't love Allah. This, I love Allah, this is how you love Allah. Say Allah, say Allah. And so Shaykh made everyone make dhikr, but the elegance of Shaykh Muhammad, how he hosted her, how he just allowed her to be when people tried to touch her and stop her. He said, let her be, she's a lover of God, let her be, honored her. Then after a bit of, about 15 minutes, she was going up and down. She had all the men under lock. Nobody was able to speak in front of her. And then she sat down next to Sayyidina Shaykh, and after a while, Sayyidina Shaykh said one word to her, and she became calm and she left the masjid. But it's beautiful just to see the elegance, the akhlaq, the adab, spontaneous. A lady's walked in and she's in jazb. She's just completely gone. She doesn't know her surroundings. For her, it's only Allah, and everything else is futile. It's just false. But the way Sayyidina Shaykh interrupted his class and turned it into a majlis of dhikr and honored her and let her be. And then Sayyidina explained that we have these majadhib in Damascus, and you find them in most maqams of awliya Allah and salihin. You find some people who are completely attracted. But it was beautiful just to see that behavior, to see how you should behave with them. And then Sayyidina Shaykh taught the 40 hadith whose asanid have al-bayt in them. So from Shaykh Muhammad all the way to the Prophet ﷺ, that every one narrator is from the al-bayt. So 40 hadith that have been narrated by al-bayt. And Sayyidina gave some beautiful commentary. And one of the most beautiful things that I took back, and you can't always take everything, it's difficult, and you try to take something, was Sayyidina Shaykh said, for me this was just beautiful. He said a poem which was, take of the dunya what you like, but then take also with it the grief and worries that come with it. So take of the dunya, but with it comes the grief. Whether it be money, whether it be a car, whether it be a station, whether it be a job, whatever you want the dunya, take it, chase it, take it. But know that coupled with it are the grief and the worries that come with the dunya. So if you want to have sleepful nights, let some dunya go. And if you want sleepless nights, try to take as much dunya as you like. But for me, that was just a beautiful realization of life. That's exactly how the equation is. The more dunya we have, the more grief we have. And the less that you can do with, the more easier going you are, the less white hair you have on your face, the less wrinkles that come on your skin, the more calm you become as a person, because you're not concerned with the dunya. So it was a beautiful experience for all of us. MashaAllah, mubarak to all those that came. I think one of the best things or highlights for me of that gathering, and I'm sure everyone's got some individual perspective, is there were no mobile phones, i.e. people are not occupied with phones. People are occupied with people. You're in the top of a mountain, there's not much reception. The only phones that were there were recording. But 2 days of just speaking to brothers was beautiful. Just it's been so long that you're able to just sit with someone and talk to them and not have to play with the phone and nobody's interrupting, nobody's on the phone. Everyone's just talking to one another. Beautiful experience just to meet with people. And but of course, all together, he was in the company of Shaykh Muhammad and his Khalifa, Shaykh Faisal was there, may Allah preserve him. It's beautiful to have him there, and all the teachers and the singers and the shurafa of Mawla Abdul Salam. All in all, an amazing experience. And I hope, inshallah ta'ala, that another one happens soon, maybe in a few months' time, maybe at Mawla Abdul Salam's, maybe somewhere else. And we are able to attend and visit and be part of these blessed journeys, because what makes them blessed are the people who take us there. It was our master meeting his master, and that was the kind of relationship we had. We were going into the shade of Shaykh Muhammad, and he was going as the disciple to his own master, to Mawla Abdul Salam Ibn Mashish radiallahu ta'ala an. Everyone took a share of the barakah. And on the first night, I recall, after the majlis end, and everyone was permitted to do what you like, just our brothers, the munshids, just out of the blue, stood by the maqam and started singing Qasida Burda. That mawlid lasted about half an hour or so, 40 minutes. But it was beautiful, one of the most beautiful mawlids you've ever been to. in the night, just standing there at peace, singing praise of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the locals joining in, everybody joining in, but just peaceful, unorchestrated. But an amazing experience all in all. And I hope, inshallah, those who are not fortunate enough to go this time, that you try and make an effort to attend next time. Even if it's the same place again, it's never the same. There's always blessings and always secrets that you take, and it impacts your life. And one of the beautiful things Sayyidina Sheikh mentioned also was to keep a diary. He mentioned to keep a diary of your experiences, the dates, and the people that you've met. Like I said, there was a brother we met from Australia, or a few brothers, but one in particular that he's just come out of the blue, turned up. Beautiful. We had one brother, mashallah, he was a revert from Buddhism. He was there, just to make dhikr of Allah. You had people from Los Angeles, from America, different sides of the world, people that turned up. All for the one reason, to invoke Allah, to remember Allah, to honor the awliya Allah, and to be in the company of our noble Shaykh. It really was beautiful, and Sayyidina Shaykh sends his salam, in particular to those in Birmingham. He sent his salam to all, but I had good fortune to speak to them, and they said, please give my salam to the brothers, my love and my dua, and he hopes to see us soon, inshallah ta'ala. So with these words, we ask Allah ta'ala to elevate the rank of our imams and all the imams of tasawwuf and all the imams of this ummah, and reward them on our behalf and on the behalf of the ummah for all the great good that they offer to this ummah, the nur that they extended, the light by means of which people over the world continue to trod to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah ta'ala to honor our Shaykh, those who are living amongst us, and in particular Shaykh Muhammad al-Yaqubi and all the Salihin and the awliya who are the heirs of Rasulullah, continuing spreading that lamp, that light to people so that people can come out of darkness into light. We ask Allah ta'ala to reward them on our path, reward them on the behalf of this ummah, to elevate the maqam and to keep them firm and to keep them safe and to keep them protected until the final day. تقبل منا يا الله يا كريم بجاه النبي المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم واقبلنا يا الله يا كريم بأسرار سورة الفاتحة.